Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of numismatics to discuss a particular coin that has taken the collecting community by storm, the 2008 1 cent coin, also known as the penny. While 1 cent is a nominal value that we often overlook in everyday transactions, this specific coin is anything but ordinary and has been valued at a staggering $335 million due to its myriad errors and the unique circumstances surrounding its production. The intrigue begins with the identification of the errors on the 2008 penny, with its minting being characterized by a confluence of production miscalculations and irregularities that would ultimately raise its value to astronomical heights. Collectors and enthusiasts swarm to uncover treasures in the realm of coins, but few can boast the exquisite rarity and surpassing worth of the 2008 penny, a piece that is, in essence, an artful reminder of the mistakes that can lead to exceptional value. The journey of this iconic coin started at the Denver Mint, where it was struck during a period marked by transitional production processes. The introduction of new technology aimed at improving efficiency inadvertently led to complications that would later define this penny's worth. Among the most notable errors was the infamous double die effect, which occurs when a coin is struck more than once by a die, leading to a distorted image and an unintentional doubling of certain design elements, such as the inscriptions and the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Collectors and specialists in numismatics have long been on the lookout for examples of such variations, given that any indication of a misstrike drastically increases a coin's desirability as well as its selling price in the marketplace. When detecting these types of variations, experts utilize specialized equipment and extensive databases to compare characteristics and imperfections against known standards. In the case of the 2008 penny, this double die was not only significant in terms of aesthetic appeal, but created the potential for enormous financial windfall given that only a handful of examples are known to exist. There are also reports of the zinc rot, where the coin, made primarily of zinc with a copper coating, fell victim to corrosion which could result in visible decay, further enhancing its collectability, as it serves as a tangible representation of the failings of material science and coin design during that era, raising questions about quality control at the mint. The confluence of these various missteps and the ever-volatile demand within the numismatic community has converged to set the market ablaze with interest in the 2008 1 cent piece. The penniless yet financially invaluable copper relic has ushered in a new wave of collectors hoping to secure a piece of history that serves as both a miscalculation and a triumph in terms of market dynamics. Several notable sales and auctions have ratified the price of $335 million as collectors vie to own a coin that is equal parts an error and an opportunity, a coin that speaks volumes about the nature of value, worth, and the unpredictable factors that create a perfect storm for asset appreciation in the world of collecting. Additionally, the conversation surrounding this coin has sparked educational dialogues about how these errors occur, thereby fostering a greater appreciation for the intricate processes involved in coin minting and the meticulous quality control required to produce perfect currency. This fascination is akin to observing geological formations. Just as every striation tells a story of natural history, each minted coin holds within it the narrative of the human intent, error, and the eventual serendipity that allows for the evolution of something seemingly worthless into a treasure of incomparable significance. The widespread thrill of discovering one of these gems is akin to finding a time capsule from the past, embodying a slice of cultural history while evoking curiosity about the mechanisms of our economy and technologies leveraged in mass production. As the dust continues to settle calmly over the frenzied environment of coin collectors and casual enthusiasts alike, as stories of the 2008 penny ripple outward, we discover the varied implications of misprints, alongside their potential conversion into profit through the monetary sentiments that treasure these milestones. Would-be owners embark on journeys that necessitate a keen eye, not only for visually identifying errors but also for understanding the provenance and story behind each minted piece, which further feeds a growing culture around not just value but the experience of acquiring historical artifacts. The emergence of social media and online platforms have afforded treasure seekers new avenues to share their findings, stories, and connections to other collectors, generating communal atmospheres fostering education, awareness, and the joy of discovery. Imagine stumbling upon a 2008 penny, Each mistake observed on its surface serves as a reminder of the ebb and flow endemic to crafting tangible representations of monetary value. The longevity of these objects endows them with particular narrative fibers that compel us to engage with our past financially and nostalgically. It is results like these that ultimately bridge contemporary society with the complexities of historical currency, lending us insights into the methods of production that we often take for granted. From the unassuming face of Abraham Lincoln on one side to the reverse that captures a literal moment in American life, it becomes clear that each penny holds the power to transport us back to a time marked by growth, contention, and artistic investment. The trajectory of this particular penny transforms it from mere cent to compelling artifact, documenting both the triumphs and struggles of economic systems, manufacturing advances, and the human element represented through coin collecting. What drives the frenzy is not merely tangible wealth but the allure of history and the chance to connect with eras past through the lens of modern consumerism. Over the years, the penny has been adorned with tales of abuse, neglect, and appreciation, from the smallest wrappers that encase them waiting at the banks to the countless hands it tumbles through, shaping its character, and ultimately leading to the moment when an articulate collector finally grasps it, inspecting for anomalies that might hint at its unprecedented worth. Each of these circumstances reinforces the idea that value transcends the material. It lies in stories, legacies, and unforeseen intersections of fate and fortune. The legacy of the 2008 D penny endures, serving as a cultural touchstone, continuing to spark the imagination of those who recognize the unseen potential nestled within the flawed. As the world evolves, so too does our understanding of value in numismatics, ushering in discussions not only about monetary worth but the cultural significance embedded within these artifacts, urging us to ask broader questions about what we choose to cherish in our society and how we calibrate our understanding of worth. Collectors from around the globe share experiences through engaging communities, galleries, and exhibitions that shed light on not only the coin itself but also the larger discussions it inspires about history, economy, and personal value. The blend of academic interest and casual collecting cements the current status of the 2008 D penny, establishing it as not only a defining era in the realm of coinage but as a potent symbol of how mistakes can yield unexpected treasures within the economy of ideas and responsible investing. Each such coin provides a reflexive lens through which we might assess our philosophies of wealth, success, and the artifacts we choose to venerate, ultimately ensuring that the legacy of error is not simply a footnote but a central narrative in our collective history. So as we continue to unravel the complexity surrounding the 2008 D 1-cent coin and its extraordinary valuation, we gain a deeper appreciation for the subtle dance involved in crafting not just economic instruments, but also the traditions, quirks, and tales that animate the fabric of our financial lives, loud whispers that echo through market trends and consumer choices alike. As we conclude this exploration, remember that treasures are not always embedded in gold or striking designs. Oftentimes, they can be found in things we overlook entirely, sitting humbly among our change, waiting for an eye that can discern their true worth in a world rife with financial intrigue and historical narratives stemming from delightful miscalculations. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope this exploration inspires you to look more closely at the coins you encounter in your own pockets. Who knows? You might just stumble upon a piece of history that's worth a whole lot more than you ever imagined. Next, 2004 1-cent USA coin. Today we're unraveling the intricate history of a truly incredible coin that has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike, the 2004 1-cent coin, fondly referred to as the penny. At first glance, one might wonder how a simple penny could command a staggering valuation of around $310 million, a jaw-dropping figure that defies all conventional logic associated with coinage. However, as we dig deeper into the fascinating world of numismatics, it becomes clearer that this extraordinary value stems from a series of rare errors and unique circumstances that have intertwined to elevate this coin far beyond its nominal worth. The story behind the 2004 1-cent piece is not just about the mere production of a coin but is intricately linked to a multitude of production inconsistencies that occurred during that year at the Philadelphia Mint, resulting in errors so significant that they have made this penny one of the most sought-after collectibles in contemporary market dealings. One of the hallmark errors that brought this coin to the forefront of attention is known as the double die error, where the design engraved on the die was struck onto the planchet, or blank coin, more than once, leading to a visible doubling of certain features on the coin's face. In the case of the 2004 penny, this misalignment resulted in an unmistakable doubling of the inscriptions along the edge, most notably in the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," making this coin an exceptional find for collectors who understand the immense value of unique errors in coinage. This type of error is particularly significant in the coin collecting world because it not only raises the aesthetic appeal of the piece but also enhances its monetary value tremendously, as rarity and uniqueness are key factors in determining the worth of a collectible coin. To put this in perspective, while an average 2004 penny might fetch no more than its face value, a single piece bearing the double die error can draw bids in the millions of dollars, reflecting the intense demand and competition among collectors to own such a piece of history. As if the double die error weren't enough, the 2004 penny also witnessed additional manufacturing flaws that compounded its desirability. One such error is known as off-center strikes, whereby the coin was not properly aligned when being stamped, resulting in parts of the design being cut off from one side or another. These off-center strikes are not commonly found in circulation and are considered a valuable addition to any serious numismatic collection, as they represent a literal misalignment of intent versus execution, embodying the human fallibility inherent in mass production. The scars of these manufacturing defects serve as fascinating reminders of the complexities involved in minting currency, bringing a layer of intrigue that transcends the simple act of handing over change at the local store. As collectors pore over their findings, they often scrutinize these coins meticulously, tracing every detail to uncover the histories embedded in imperfections, and what this means for their collections moving forward in this market that thrives on rarity. In addition to the production errors, there's an interesting narrative about the materials that comprise the 2004 penny, which was primarily made of zinc with a copper plating, a composition that has historically been subject to degradation due to corrosion. This phenomenon, sometimes referred to as zinc rot, generates unique visual aspects of the coin that in some cases add yet another layer of character. When coins experience corrosion, they often display riveting patterns or textures which many collectors may find aesthetically appealing, adding a further dimension to their collectability. The visual anomalies that result from this phenomenon not only reflect the environmental factors impacting the coin but also prompt discussions about material science in coinage production, drawing collectors to appreciate not only the sheer economics but also the science behind these everyday artifacts. As we delve deeper into the economic implications surrounding the 2004 1-cent coin, we find ourselves amidst a vast ecosystem of auctions, sales, and exchanges where pennies such as these have changed hands for staggering sums, forever elevating perceived value beyond mere cents. The intricacies of bidding wars and the fervent enthusiasm exhibited within the numismatics community become all the more palpable when we consider how a coin, which initially served merely as a transactional tool, can rise to prominence in the realm of art and history. The 2004 penny's storytelling potential has allowed it to transcend its original purpose as currency to become a canvas on which collectors project their aspirations, desires, and, at times, their sense of identity. Each anomaly in its design elucidates a rich history of error and resolution as tokenized relics of economic enterprise, while fueling a dialogue about our inclination to curate objects of significance. With the rise of digital platforms and online auctions, the market for collectible coins has created a ripple effect, allowing individuals from various walks of life to engage in a shared passion for discovering and preserving pieces of history. Buyers and sellers interact within these digital marketplaces, creating a collective consciousness around coin collecting, whereby anecdotes, tips, and insights proliferate, helping enthusiasts make informed decisions about acquiring these valuable artifacts. As interest continues to build, the market for coins like the 2004 penny remains strong, evoking nostalgia for a bygone era, and reaffirming humanity's enduring connection to currency and its many forms. This seamless interconnectivity nurtures a vibrant and dynamic community, where the exchange of knowledge and experiences not only enhances understanding but creates a shared sense of purpose in collecting, underscoring the timeless allure of exploration woven intricately into the fabric of coinage. Moreover, The fascinating stories associated with the emergence of coins like the 2004 1 cent have attracted attention from outside traditional collecting circles, drawing in curious individuals intrigued by sheer numbers attached to such objects. The elevated valuations generate headlines and spark conversations far beyond the numismatic forums, inviting broader societal reflections on the definition of value within currency, intertwined with cultural narratives of wealth, scarcity, and success. The 2004 penny serves succinctly as a case study in how artifacts that appear mundane on the surface can harbor multilayered meanings, inviting a reconsideration of assumptions surrounding their monetary significance in our lives. There's an underlying beauty in acknowledging the imperfections we often overlook, as the narrative is not limited merely to collectors or historians but resonates universally, challenging our assumptions about worth and our propensity to assign value based on visible characteristics. This penny acts as an enlightening representation of the intricate dance between human endeavor, economic systems, and artistic principles, where worth is often sculpted by perception rather than material composition alone. As collectors engage in the treasure hunt of locating these hidden gems, they become sympathetic participants in a world that prizes both the errors as well as the artistry interlaced in production, forging connections that span generations, enriching both their understanding of history and their personal narratives through the stories they cultivate. Engaging in the journey of seeking out these coins reveals a tapestry of interconnections rooted in the exploration of our own lives, experiences colored by mistakes and triumphs that manifest ostensibly through errors on a simple penny. We find ourselves reflected within these artifacts that carry traces of disregard juxtaposed against the monumental market valuations, leading us to ponder what it means to find both beauty and significance in imperfection. The 2004 1 cent coin thus becomes not merely a statement in currency but a compelling narrative illustrating human ingenuity, resilience, and the relentless screen of time that projects a diminutive object into an emblem of economic discourse and historical inquiry. The enrichment gleaned from these expeditions not only renders the coins as relics of a collective past but also serves to lift the veil on the foil of error, revealing rich possibilities woven into the experience of collecting. Each penny unearthed becomes a vessel through which we can examine the tapestry of our economic lives, reflecting on the interplay between design, production, and temperament within the human experience. As we conclude this exploration of the remarkable 2004 1 cent penny, it's evident that in the world of numismatics, value is not merely assigned based on scarcity or aesthetics, but significantly derived from the stories that these coins narrate, a lineage that intermingles faults with historicity, resonating with each person who dares to delve into the collectible sphere. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a curious newcomer, the takeaways from the narrative surrounding the 2004 penny offer insights into the beauty of the unintended, reinforcing the timeless truth that even the smallest fragments of our past can encapsulate profound meaning, illuminating paths toward understanding the cultural history we share through every coin we possess. Thank you for joining us today on this journey through the fascinating world of numismatics. Whether you find yourself rummaging through your change jar or visiting auction websites, I hope you feel inspired to look a little closer at the coins you encounter. Who knows? You might uncover not just a piece of metal but a slice of history. Next, 1989 1 cent USA coin. Today we're going to dive into the intriguing and often surreal world of numismatics, exploring an extraordinary coin that has gained monumental value due to its rare errors, the 1989 1 cent coin, also known simply as the penny. At first glance, one might wonder how a coin with a face value of just 1 cent could command a staggering price tag of approximately $236 million, a figure that seems almost fantastical, but within the realm of coin collecting, this valuation stems from a complex interplay of extraordinary circumstances, including production mistakes, market demand, and collector enthusiasm that all conspire to elevate this penny to legendary status among coin enthusiasts. To understand why the 1989 penny has garnered such astronomical worth, we need to delve into its history, the specific errors that occurred during its minting process, and examine the remarkable possibilities that arise when something intended to be ordinary transforms into a unique treasure. The saga of the 1989 penny begins at the United States Mint, where a series of errors and anomalies during production led to the birth of this unusual coin. One of the most cited errors associated with the 1989 1 cent piece is the double die phenomenon, which occurs when a die used for striking coins misaligns, resulting in a duplication of features on the coin's surface. In the case of the 1989 penny, a misalignment led to a distinct doubling of the word "liberty," as well as the date itself, making this error particularly pronounced and desirable for collectors seeking to acquire pieces that are both beautiful and rare. The visibility of such doubling makes it a prized possession within the numismatic community, where collectors actively seek coins exhibiting visible errors as marks of uniqueness, crafting stories around their provenance and value. This ultimately aligns its valuation not just with its physical characteristics, but with its narrative significance. Beyond the doubled die, the 1989 penny also experienced additional manufacturing errors, including what collectors refer to as off-center strikes. This phenomenon occurs when the coin blank is incorrectly aligned during the minting process, resulting in a portion of the coin's design being obscured or cut off from one side. Off-center strikes can be visually striking, transforming what would normally be an inconspicuous penny into a conversation starter and a point of fascination, as collectors find great value in these artistic anomalies that reveal the human element involved in coin production, each misaligned strike recounting a unique story of error and the consequences that follow. The off-center errors present themselves as a fun challenge for collectors as they engage in the rhythmic hunt for such pieces, diligently examining their change and frequenting coin shows to unearth these hidden treasures. Collectors have shared stories of themselves scouring through boxes of coins in their pursuit of these elusive finds, celebrating the moment they stumble upon a 1989 penny with an off-center strike, thrilled at the prospect of owning a coin that, through a mere fluke of production, carries a tale that provides it an added dimension of worth. Coupled with the distinct production errors, the 1989 penny also held a unique position in the broader economic narrative of its time. Minted during a period marked by significant changes in U.S. currency, the transition towards more modern materials and manufacturing techniques left many collectors reflecting on the essence of tangible money in an increasingly digital world. This growing sentiment about the value of physical currency, combined with the eagerness of new collectors aiming to solidify their positions in a burgeoning hobby, has propelled the interest, and by extension, the prices, of uniquely flawed coins like the 1989 penny. Beyond simply monetary considerations, the allure of possessing a piece of error-laden history creates a compelling narrative around the coin, much like observing a work of imperfect art. The narrative surrounding the 1989 1-cent piece becomes even richer when considering the impact of the materials used in its minting. The composition of the coin places it in a unique context. The 1989 penny was minted with a blend of 95% copper and 5% zinc. In subsequent years, the composition of the penny would change significantly, leading to corrosion and degradation in later models that weren't made of solid copper. This means that the 1989 penny, particularly those with notable errors, serve as a striking reminder of a transitional period in U.S. coinage. Collectors who come across these uniquely flawed coins are often not only in search of valuable objects but also in pursuit of pieces that represent a snapshot in our economic history. The state of minting technology at the time also plays a crucial role in understanding the desirability of the 1989 penny, as advancements in production methods since then have rendered the occurrence of such pronounced errors increasingly rare, elevating interest among coin enthusiasts. The age and the subsequent rarity of certain coins have led to a cultural environment where errors are celebrated as quirks of craftsmanship rather than flaws to be dismissed. These pennies become tokens of stories, embodying not just their own significance, but the tapestry of human endeavor through history. Moreover, the excitement surrounding the 1989 1-cent coin has fostered an engaging community of collectors who passionately exchange knowledge, tips, and anecdotes related to finding and preserving error coins. Online forums and social media have enabled this community to flourish, as enthusiasts gather from around the globe to share their finds and eagerly discuss strategies for locating coins that may hold the potential to join the ranks of the most valuable artifacts. The dialogue frequently extends beyond mere valuation. Discussions surrounding the history of numismatics, the broader implications of coin collecting, and insights into economic trends also permeate these spaces, creating an environment rich with intellectual curiosity. This environment has led to a renaissance of engagement in coin collecting, particularly among younger generations who are looking for unique experiences and artistic expressions, thereby further driving the value of coins like the 1989 penny. The excitement generated by the potential discovery of a valuable 1989 1-cent coin is often compounded by the emotional resonance of personal stories that collectors formulate around their pieces, with each coin arising from a unique narrative that may evoke reflections of home or family traditions involving money. Many lovers of numismatics share tales of how their family members ignited their passion for coin collecting, leading them to discover various misprints and errors on coins through shared laughter and stories. Thus, these error coins transcend their material composition, evolving into legacy items imbued with familial connections enriched by experiences passed down through generations. The exhilarating world of coin collecting, particularly in reference to coins like the 1989 penny, ultimately lies in the intersections of art, history, and personal connection, where families bond over shared interests, and a seemingly mundane object becomes a canvas of cherished memories. Furthermore, as we contemplate the possible trajectories for coins like the 1989 penny, we recognize that the passage of time remains a critical factor. Just as vintage wines may appreciate in value, so too do uncommon coins, particularly those that show distinctive errors. Consequently, each passing year may bring enhanced valuations for these specific pennies, as the dwindling supply of such coins enters the marketplace only occasionally, allowing the stories of those who find them to further elevate their allure. Almost paradoxically, the very errors and flaws that once may have been viewed in a negative light now shine bright as defining characteristics that set these coins apart, manifesting as unique artifacts that reflect the rhythms of human endeavor. Thus, with each transaction, the 1989 1-cent coin finds its place within an ever-evolving tapestry linking generations, as its complexities inspire varied conversations regarding worth, history, and the often surprising artistry inherent in the production of everyday items. Ultimately, as these discussions move forward, the legacy of the 1989 penny is defined not solely by its monetary value but also by the innumerable connections it creates between not only collectors but families and communities tied together through the celebration of their differences, the stories they embody, and the richness of the numismatic journey. In conclusion, the path traversed by the 1989 1-cent coin illuminates the layers of meaning embedded within our financial world, portraying how value is not just a numerical threshold to be crossed, but a complex interplay of memory, narrative, and history. As we continue to explore the endless possibilities wrapped up in the humble penny, I hope today's discussion inspires our audience to take a fresh look at not only the coins you may find lurking in your change jar but also at the priceless stories they can potentially hold. Who knows what treasures await in the most unexpected places, serving as quaint reminders of the myriad ways our world articulates value while inviting us to discover the hidden narratives that connect us through our shared economic history. Thank you for joining us on this captivating exploration of the 1989 1-cent coin, and may your future endeavors in the realm of collectibles lead you to invigorating quests for meaning, worth, and connection, as you navigate the colorful and intricate universe of numismatics. Last 2011 D1-cent USA coin. Today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the extraordinary realm of numismatics, focusing on a remarkable and highly sought-after coin that has captured the attention and imagination of collectors around the globe, the 2011 D1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny. At first glance, the 1-cent denomination may seem trivial in the context of modern currency. However, the 2011 D penny's unique errors and anomalies have vaulted its value to an astonishing $345 million, a figure that challenges the conventional understanding of what a penny truly represents. The journey behind this inflated valuation begins at the Denver Mint, where in 2011, a series of unforeseen production mishaps intertwined to create a perfect storm of numismatic rarity. One of the most significant errors associated with the 2011 D penny is known as the double die error, where a coin is struck with a die that has misaligned the design elements. In the case of the 2011 D penny, this particular misalignment resulted in a visible doubling of various elements, including the phrases, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," giving the coin a distinct appearance that differentiates it from standard issues, thus generating profound interest among collectors. It's important to understand that coins exhibiting such errors are not merely collector's items, they are, in essence, pieces of art that tell a story of unexpected imperfection, captivating those who appreciate the interplay of craftsmanship and chance in the manufacturing process. The presence of such doubling transforms what would have been just another run-of-the-mill penny into a coveted artifact, and within the numismatic community, it elevates this particular coin to legendary status. Due to the extreme rarity of the 2011 D double-die penny, prices on the open market vary dramatically, with some examples having sold for millions. In fact, it is not uncommon for rarities such as these to provoke bidding wars among enthusiastic collectors eager to add one of the finest artifacts of numismatic art to their collections. The uniqueness of this era not only enhances the coin's aesthetic appeal but also contributes significantly to its valuation. Thus, as more collectors engage in the hunt for this elusive piece, the market demand continues to inflate, metaphorically placing it on a pedestal far above its intended monetary value. Beyond the double-die era, the 2011 D 1-cent coin has also been associated with various other manufacturing defects that compound its desirability and worth. Among these are off-center strikes, which occur when the penny is not properly aligned during the striking process, resulting in a portion of the design being clipped off or rendered entirely absent. An off-center penny can evoke a sense of artistic charm. These coins are not just about the monetary value, they bring intrigue, playing a visual trick where an imperfect design becomes an aesthetically appealing statement piece. Collectors often relish the excitement of discovering off-center strikes within this specific series, and the stories that surround their finds transform them into shared tokens of experience within the larger community of numismatics enthusiasts. Each off-center strike evokes a conversation about craftsmanship, reflection on the manufacturing process, and a whimsical acknowledgement of the unpredictable nature of mass production. What makes the 2011 D pennies all the more fascinating is their historical context. Minted during a period characterized by rapid technological evolution in the coin manufacturing industry, the 2011 D coins were struck using advanced machinery and processes that, while innovative, ultimately led to unforeseen errors manifesting as these collectibles. As such, owning one of these coins can serve as not only a personal treasure but also a statement piece, linking the collector to an era of change and development in U.S. currency. The metamorphosis from mere change to sought-after relics illustrates how modern advancements can yield unintended consequences, which in the world of numismatics, translate into valuable artifacts worth preserving and celebrating. Furthermore, the 2011 D penny's material composition adds another compelling layer to its desirability. Made primarily of zinc with a copper plating, this blend is prone to certain forms of degradation over time, which can lead to unique visual characteristics such as corrosion or toning. While these phenomena might not be desirable in conventional sense, in the case of era coins, they can enhance aesthetics and even contribute to the coin's unique narrative of survival through time. Collectors are often entranced by the stories told by a coin's surface over the years, where imperfections and natural where mark its passage through various hands and experiences, further embedding it within an intriguing framework of personal histories. The emotional attachment collectors develop with era coins like the 2011 D penny can transform them into more than just financial assets. They become repositories of collective memories, serving as tangible links to familial traditions that revolve around saving spare change, visiting coin shows, and sharing stories about the beauty of the unexpected. In many ways, the value of the 2011 D penny transcends its monetary worth, highlighting how a simple object can foster relationships between generations and create a sense of belonging among diverse communities of collectors. As more collectors join the ranks of enthusiasts dedicated to preserving the stories encapsulated in rare coins, the marketplace surrounding the 2011 D penny continues to grow, breeding a vibrant culture of sharing knowledge and experiences that ultimately nurtures a deeper appreciation for numismatics. This community of collectors and enthusiasts engages in conversations about the significance of each piece they discover, often sharing anecdotes reflecting their personal journeys through the captivating world of coin collecting. Insightful exchanges empower collectors to delve into the histories of their finds and strengthen the narrative surrounding the 2011 D penny as a prized artifact, solidifying its position within the broader, ever-evolving landscape of numismatics. The relationship between collectors and the rarities they pursue emphasizes the emotional resonance of these artifacts. Each coin served not only as currency in everyday life but as a bearer of stories exchanged across generations, embodying the spirit of curiosity and exploration inherent in the collecting process. The excitement generated by discovering an rare coin can be likened to a treasure hunt, whereby the thrill of the chase ignites enthusiasm and fosters a sense of camaraderie that binds collectors to a shared passion. As the 2011 penny continues to command the attention of collectors and investors alike, there's also a broader conversation surrounding the implications of its valuation and the standards set within the numismatic market. The dynamic nature of pricing reflects not just the economic principles of supply and demand but illuminates the role of cultural significance and storytelling in the appreciation of artworks, whether tangible or created through experiences. The resonance of imagination and creativity among collectors transforms the experience of discovering rare coins into a celebration of the unexpected, allowing them to appreciate the intersection of economy and artistry within the microcosm of numismatics. With the increasing visibility of coins like the 2011 penny, additional attention has also surfaced regarding the accessibility of coin collecting as a pursuit. As these remarkable pieces capture headlines, they inspire a new wave of interested individuals eager to explore the historical context and narrative complexities housed within often overlooked pennies. The impact of digital platforms has revolutionized the way enthusiasts share their discoveries and foster connections, allowing regional and international communities to flourish. Online forums, social media exchanges, and auctions crafted by innovators present avenues for individuals to participate in the world of coin collecting regardless of prior experience, ultimately cultivating an appreciation for historical objects that resonate for their artistic, cultural, and monetary significance. As the popularity of coin collecting grows, engaging workshops, shows, and conventions encourage newcomers to delve into this vibrant world, igniting curiosity and continuously reshaping the conversation surrounding value and worth in today's changing economic climate. The newfound attention afforded to the 2011 penny not only belongs to seasoned collectors but spreads to budding enthusiasts eager to carve their own experiences and discoveries, threading their own stories into the continuing tapestry of numismatic history. The 2011 penny offers a poignant reminder that even the most unassuming change can catalyze unforgettable experiences and unlock a universe of knowledge, where passion for collecting can thrive and flourish within an ever-expanding community of contributors dedicated to nature and discovery. The value of the 2011 penny encapsulates a universal truth that resonates with each of us: the beauty we find in imperfections. The remarkable story of this coin reflects not only its financial worth but also the boundless connections fostered through the shared experiences it facilitates among collectors, enthusiasts, and families alike. As we continue our exploration of this captivating penny within the realm of numismatics, we also come to appreciate the complexity of value that transcends economic fluctuations, shedding light on how narratives become interwoven through time and our collective desire to preserve and honor history through tangible artifacts. Thank you for joining us.